Today, I'm shiny hunting for the rarest fish in PokeMMO. Now, fishing hunts are already an afterthought to a majority of the shiny hunting player base, let alone the general MMO community, and for good reason. Fishing is a shiny hunting method with the slowest encounter rate in a game where the shiny odds are already 1 in 30,000. And that's not exactly appealing if you have any kind of life outside this game. Must be nice. Without a doubt, this will be my toughest shiny hunt to date. Let's see how we do. Our journey takes us to the beautiful Hoenn region. Now I know some of you guys have been fed some propaganda by that silly red dinosaur to believe that Hoenn has too much water, but in my opinion it genuinely makes good use of it with some of the best water type designs in Pokemon. And in return, Hoenn is home to some of the best fishing spots in PokeMMO, and it's not even close. Petalburg City Corefish, Slateport City Whalmer, Evergrande City, Route 114 Barboach, and of course, the GOAT, Route 119 Feebas, which is the rarest shiny fish in Pokemon and the Pokemon we're going to be hunting today. Now, I already know some of y'all will be in my comment section talking about some Blubasculin and Alola Mola because of the official PokeMMO rarity tier list, and I will stop you right there and stare in your eyes and ask you, if the recruiter guy from Squid Games walks up to you and offers you a shiny Feebas or shiny Alola Mola and Blubasculin, are you really picking the Alola Mola and Blubasculin? Let me know in the comments below. Now, if you're a regular to the channel, this is usually the point of the video where I would introduce Evil Bocchie, my evil twin with the better shiny luck, but he won't be joining us at the pond today. While I'm sure doing this hunt on 2 accounts would be better for my sanity and the video deadline, Feebas and Milotic hold a special place in my childhood, and this is probably the one rare that just wouldn't feel right hunting on an alt account. And among other things, Evil Bocchie is helping me out with something else right now. If you know, you know. Now let's get started. Welcome to Route 119, the home of Feebas. Among the 446 water tiles on this entire route, Feebas spawns at a 50% rate on 6 random tiles for 45 minutes at a time before rotating. There's no set pattern to the tile spawns, and it's not guaranteed that they'll be in the pond section, which is the most popular spot to search with the community. Now for those of you who actually read the Pokedex and know that Feebas also spawns in the fog room of Mount Coronet, the main reason why we don't hunt there is because there's more water tiles but 2 less potential Feebas tiles. So if this fish can only spawn half the time on 1% of potential water tiles, how in the world are we going to get a normal Feebas, let alone a shiny one? Historically, and even to this day, Channel 5 is the best channel with the most Feebas hunters from across the world. It usually gets so crowded that finding the correct Feebas tile is an absolute breeze, and more often than not, you're going to be shunting rather than trying to find the tile. However, the crowded pond can be a double-edged sword. It's great if you plan on staying in the pond for long periods of time, but can be an absolute nightmare to even get into. Luckily, there's a solution. This is the Feebas Pond Discord server. Invite link in the description below. This server was created by my good buddy Souls earlier this year as a central hub for the Feebas community. Among being a good place to meet up and get tips and tricks from veteran ponders, the Tile Tracker channel allows ponders to report the exact location of the tile at any given time, meaning you really no longer have to be in Channel 5 to hunt Feebas. So, you now know where the tile is, but how long can you hunt before it resets and you're left with nothing but sharks? The tile resets every 45 minutes IRL. Usually the pond is crowded enough to where someone will just shout it out in the chat that it's time to reset, or you'll start to see people disperse. Now to track this on your own, know that the tile resets every 3rd in-game, not IRL, hour at the 02 mark. This is where a lot of people get baited, no pun intended, to leave the spot early because the tracker bots you'll see in most Discord servers will have the reset at the 00 mark, which is incorrect. Due to the sheer size of their community and as the original residents of the Channel 5 pond, the Chinese player base is absolutely amazing at finding the tile. I highly recommend adding Chinese normal and shout chats just so you could see where they mark the tile when they find it. A common thing you'll see people say when someone initially finds the tile, among all the thank yous and goats, is YZ. Now what is YZ and why is everyone at the pond saying it? I don't know too much about it myself, but from what has been explained to me, YZ is short for the name of a Chinese famous actor and is basically their equivalent of calling someone a Giga Chad. So long story short, just another way to thank someone in the community for finding the tile. So if it hasn't been clear so far, the Feebas hunt is more than just your regular spam encounters until a shiny shows up. It's a community event. I'd even say it's impossible to do all alone, but becomes both easier and more enjoyable thanks to everyone doing their part to help each other out. But when some people don't contribute, it makes the Feebas experience worse. I'm talking about the leechers. People who wait until someone else finds the tile because they're scared of phasing on a shiny shark. Listen, chilling in between tiles is fine, go get a snack, stand up and stretch a little. But to stand there consistently and make everyone else do the work all the time, that's illegal, buddy. If you plan on consistently leeching the tile, just know that I am because if you really think about it, you not risking a shiny shark means someone else is. And it's not like most of us want one either. Uh-oh. That's not a very good sign. Dude, Mauve, I am so sorry, man. Ripgrats, but literally couldn't be me. Not at all. Okay, it's fine. It's a rite of passage. Was it actually? I wasn't paying attention. Was it actually secret? Secret and a physical attacking nature. Alright. Alright. Good IVs, good nature. First wild secret shiny. Needed that. Definitely needed that. I forgot to mention this, but if you have at least one shark, then you get a leecher pass. Yeah, fellas. Go find the tile for us. Y'all do the work. So as of the current patch included with official Shiny Wars, the Chum Bucket item is now available, which is basically a premium lure but for fishing. It adds both a double encounter or a triple encounter chance and guarantees an encounter every time, which does make our sticky hold Pokemon obsolete, rest in peace. For those of you wondering how this affects the Feebas hunt, the answer is yes, but not in the way you might think. Feebas is classified as a special encounter, meaning even with lures and chum buckets, you can never get a double or triple Feebas encounter. But if you can afford it, chum buckets can still be very powerful. Because you're guaranteed an encounter every time you cast your fishing rod, the average amount of Feebas you can encounter per hour increases by 15% at the cost of tripling or even quadrupling the amount of sharks you'll encounter. But the key thing to note is that the encounter on the tile itself is still 50% Feebas and 50% shark. I've seen a couple different opinions on whether or not this is worth it. In my personal opinion, if you can afford it, then I think it's worth to get more Feebas. Yeah, you'll see more sharks along the way, but to me, that's just part of the journey. Alright, Shark Family's done. Shark Family's done. That's all I'm taking. Let's go. This one isn't secret. And I was actually looking this time. This one's not secret. No cope here, it's fine. We needed it for the living decks, now we're gonna complete eventually. True and real. But please, no more sharks, please. So, second shark, less than a week left in Shiny Wars. I'm around odds at about 26,000 encounters. I'm both out of Pokeyen, so no more buckets or charms. I'm basically griefing my team by fishing in the first place, but I honestly wouldn't feel right hoarding or doing any other spot. I did have a few boxes of Feebas eggs prepped, but I don't really see myself committing to that or even wanting an egged Feebas. And I don't mean that in a, oh, egged Feebas, yo chain fake, type way. Shinies are shinies after all. But I think I've been at this pond for long enough to where I don't really see myself getting a shiny Feebas any other way. Sure, egging is probably more efficient, especially with the addition of incubators to the game, and I probably could have gotten this video out much sooner, but to me personally, that's just part of the game. The Feebas started as just another shiny hunt for me to do, but then along the way it became about the journey, it became about the community, the downs, the nightmares, and eventually, the dream come true.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Shiny Feebas. Let's freaking go. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Shiny Feebas. No! Where's everything gone? Oh my god! Oh my gosh! We finally did it! Oh my god! Oh no, it's going right away. I'm not stalling or anything like that. No freaking way! Oh my god, I'm free! I'm freaking free! Let's go! Oh my gosh!
Now that's the prettiest shiny in PokeMMO.